Imagine pulling yourself across 10 kilometres of uneven snow in temperatures close to minus 30 degrees. Then picture doing this having only recently fought off a bout of COVID. Then think about having to contend with all of this with no legs. Steve Arnold is a cross-country skier from Hampshire, and as of last month, he's a Paralympian. Steve had both legs amputated above the knee, having been serving with the Royal Engineers in Afghanistan in 2011. 11 years on, and he's competing for Team GB in the 2022 Winter Paralympics, although a COVID catastrophe nearly halted his journey altogether, a week before the Games.
The COVID testing to get into China was pretty strict. Unfortunately, on my very last COVID test in Paris, the day before the flight, I tested positive, so I was stuck there for 7 days.
But that wasn't quite the end of Steve's ordeal.
So I flew home, and then I started the process of getting 4 negative tests, and I was on that flight to China for the Paralympic Games, albeit 4 days late.
Steve competes on a specially designed mount that sits on skis and relies almost entirely on his arms to drag him through the snow. For para-athletes like Steve, the Winter and Summer Paralympics is a chance to show the world just what they can do, although some are suggesting that there is still not enough exposure. Did you watch the Para-Winter Olympics this year?
No.
Not as much as I usually do, no.
I'm afraid to say no, I didn't really, no.
Competing against the world's best and making his Paralympic debut, Steve finished 29th in his 10-kilometre cross-country skiing event. But the result, nor the hurdles he had to overcome before arriving in China, seemed to deter the 42-year-old from voicing his interest at attending the next Winter Games in Milan.
I'm not getting any younger, but Milan sounds very, very interesting and intriguing.